Post-workout nutrition is super important, and for that you need carbohydrates.
You don't want to put in a sugary drink into your system.
It's not going to do any harm. Science tells us post-workout meal not be separated by more than 5 hours from your pre-workout meal.
What if I've had samosa at 4 p.m.? I'm giving you real scenarios.
Just get a workout.
There is such a misconception about pre-workout, post-workout, what is the right thing to eat. People, even after like 5-6 years of training, still don't get it right. And a lot of people still think that fasted workout is the best way to lose fat.
They're not eating anything.
Nothing. I did fasted workout for a long time.
That's one mistake people make.
There is such a misconception about pre-workout, post-workout, the duration, what is the right thing to eat, when do you eat. I think we should go deep into it and give people enough information based on their training time, male, female, different situations basically.
Yeah.
As to what are the few things they can do for pre-workout, what are the things they can do post-workout. Yeah. But the pre and the post, personally, I think, after, with years of experience in training itself, we need to really help people understand how to do it. Because a lot of people, even after like 5-6 years of training, still don't get it right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people still think that fasted workout is like the best way to lose fat.
And then some of them feel dizzy, just they haven't even crossed the warm-up and they start feeling dizzy.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but some of them.
I mean, I at least understand if it's like beginners who don't really know much, right? But if you've had a good training age, then you need, by like 3-4 years, you need to understand your body.
Yeah.
Like what works, what doesn't, and how important that little pre-workout is and what it can do for performance.
Performance and gains.
And gains, exactly.
Yeah, I think for me, fasted workout is a no. I don't do it myself. If I have to coach somebody, I'm never going to recommend it. I mean, I know if it's a matter of personal preference and if you can push through it, fine. Eventually, your the amount of food that you're eating through the day, the number of calories and what your macro breakup looks like is going to define your body composition.
Yeah.
But then I think it's very important to fuel your workout at the right time, the right way, so that you can get maximum out of that workout. And especially for women, if they train fasted, it just ends up becoming a hormonal mess. So to support hormonal health, I think especially for women, I strongly believe they should be eating a nice, good pre-workout meal.
Correct. No, I agree, because I did fasted workout for a long time. You've done fasted workout for
and I felt like a mess when I did for some time, and I felt like a mess. For example, my pull-up performance, a workout fasted in the morning versus a workout properly fed in the evening, world of a difference in the number of pull-ups I could do unbroken.
Yeah, simple things, but then you're observing these changes, right? The difference. I think what's happening is a lot of people are not observing these differences in terms of like performance and gains. And if you do, and then
Correct.
But more than that, let's also talk a little bit about, before we go into the details, what is pre-workout nutrition. Post-workout, a lot of people still understand, but we'll talk about that as well. The reason why I'm saying let's talk about pre-workout nutrition is because a lot of people also think that a pre-workout nutrition can be putting a scoop of something from, a supplement into water and just drinking, and that becomes a pre. I'm not saying that's wrong. That's also
good. You're talking about pre-workout supplement?
Supplement,
okay, got it.
For a lot of people think pre-workout nutrition is drinking a pre-workout drink.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying is wrong, but then if it's the first thing you do, you don't want to put in a sugary drink into your system also.
Yeah.
Right? So let's go into breaking down what a pre-workout nutrition typically can look like.
Yeah. So first of all, the purpose of pre-workout nutrition.
Yeah.
And we're talking about nutrition via food, not supplements. The first and foremost, you need to fuel your workout. You need to make sure that your workout performance is up to the mark, which will primarily happen via carbohydrates. Second, you need to make sure that you reduce the amount of muscle protein breakdown during the workout. Create an anabolic environment inside the body, which will happen primarily via protein.
Yeah.
And a good pre-workout nutrition timed well will also help you recover better, because carbohydrates, for example, will help in regulating hormones like cortisol a lot better, which can otherwise impair recovery. So these, 2, 3 top of the mind reasons why pre-workout nutrition becomes a lot important. And like I said, comes in primarily via a combination of carbohydrates and protein.
Protein. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying that at any point, whether you're working out in the day or in the evening, the pre-workout combination needs to be that of a carb snack and a protein snack. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how ideally it's supposed to be. But if someone's working out in the evening, they may have had
Some
a
snack
late
before.
lunch or,
Yeah.
whatever, then maybe that doubles up as pre-workout nutrition. Depends on, how long before the workout you've eaten last
We'll talk
meal.
about that
Yeah.
as well. Yeah. Now, let's talk about what are the different things we can eat before workout, right? Like, let's give examples and options because not one type of food suits everybody.
Yeah.
So let's give some examples and options of what can people eat as a pre-workout
Yeah.
nutrition.
I think a lot of it we can create a cheat sheet and provide.
Yeah.
But, the foundation, the building blocks is basically first things first. Like I said before, you have to fuel your workout. And for that, you need carbohydrates.
Correct.
Now, ideally, coming in from a slow releasing source so that the energy is released slowly in the body and you can sustain through a 60, 75, 90 minute workout.
Yeah.
And you don't midway through the workout, you don't end up feeling the crash, which is why slow releasing carbohydrates, examples could be sweet potato, could be oats. I personally use overnight oats. A night prior, I just, put all of that together and put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And then morning, before my workout, I end up eating it. It gives me solid energy for the workout.
Yeah.
Second is protein, to create that anabolic environment inside the body, for which the options can be egg whites. It can also be a whey protein isolate because that's lighter on the stomach. Now, when it comes to carbohydrates, the general guideline is consume 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. 1 gram of carbohydrate per kilogram of body weight. That's the amount you should be
eating.
So if I'm
50 kg, then I take a
then you need 50 grams
of something like a sweet potato.
You need 50 gram carbs. So you have to check what's that amount of food that gives you 50 grams in carbohydrates. And you need 0.5 gram per kg of body weight in protein.
Yeah, so half, 25.
Yeah. So, if you're 50 kgs, 25 grams of protein before the workout. Fats, keep it minimal because you don't want to slow the digestion down before the workout, and fats will slow your digestion. So, you don't want to make that happen. You can have it, but don't have too much of it. Minimal as possible. All of this put together 60 to 90 minutes prior to the workout. You need to give it enough time for the food to be available in your system. Also, if you eat very close to the workout, then you may end up feeling sluggish, slow, bloated, uncomfortable, and all of that. But if you eat too soon, then you won't have enough energy. So 60 to 90 minutes is that good sweet spot.
Yeah. Okay. I think my body works very differently. I do my pre-workout exactly 20 minutes before my workout. But it works fine for me and my body's...
But I'm sure you're not having oats and sweet potato then.
No, I do half a scoop of protein and I do 1 big spoon of my greens.
Okay.
It's a mix of many greens. And that's enough for me. But I also do Brazil nut because of my past history with thyroid. So Brazil nut is the first thing I consume every morning. Yeah. And then on my endurance days, so this is what I do every day before my workout. But on my endurance days, like let's say I'm going for a run or a high rocks training or something, then I would probably do an apple because that actually gives me sustained energy. And this is from years of what I've done. But I also eat sweet potato the previous evening for dinner.
Okay. Yeah.
So my sweet potato is not happening in the morning, but it's happening the previous day for dinner. But then I'm doing like an apple because I've always
Got it.
found that to give me enough
Yeah.
energy for endurance activity.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
yeah, but you're right in saying that 60 minutes because or maybe at least 45, because I feel a lot of people are not able to,
Yeah.
like fully absorb that
Yeah.
and
If you're
then work
eating
out.
something heavy, like, you know, like an overnight oats
Yeah,
in my example, if I eat 45 minutes prior, I will still be like
feeling
feeling
sluggish.
too full
Mm.
when I'm working out. So in my opinion, 45 minutes is still a little too soon. And that it should be ideally a little more than 60, but just to make it a little more comfortable, 60 to 90 is the range
But
that
what
you
about
can.
people who, like myself again, like I gave you my example, but then uh, cases like yourself, if you had to work out at like 6 a.m.,
Mm,
6:30 a.m.,
yeah,
then what?
that's a problem because, of course, I can't expect one to eat. If someone's working out at 6 a.m.,
Yeah,
they can't eat
eat at
a pre-workout
5.
meal at 4:30 or 5,
Yeah.
right? In that case, if you're someone who works out very early, in that case, 20 to 30 minutes prior, and I think that should be doable because you eat
Yeah.
something when you're leaving for the
Yeah,
gym, for
30
example.
minutes is fine.
So 20 to 30 minutes prior to the workout, have something light, low in calories,
Yeah.
and something which digests faster. A good example will be a banana
Yeah.
and let's say half a scoop of whey protein isolate again.
Yeah.
You want something that's digested fast in the body, and so that that fuel is available in the body for you to work out better. And it's also lower in calories, so it doesn't make you feel too full and too bloated during the workout. So that works completely fine. Now, if that is also not possible for somebody, let's say they're just not able to eat first thing in the morning, and they are end up going to train fasted, in which case I'd recommend you still go ahead and train. Don't skip training because I said you've got to eat 20 to 30 minutes prior at least. You still go ahead and train. In that case, however, what you consume during the workout and the urgency of your post workout nutrition becomes super important. During the workout, I would recommend that get some form of liquid carbohydrates, like uh, any sports drink, for example. It will be a little sugary. You'll need that liquid carbohydrates during the workout if you haven't eaten anything.
Pre-workout.
Not
Yeah.
that you need, but if you have it, your workout will be better, and your muscles will also respond a lot better. And the post workout nutrition timing has to be a little more urgent
Urgent
than
and
usual.
yeah. I also use dates
Yeah.
for my pre-workout
Yeah, same.
on
In my
endurance.
overnight oats, I
Yeah,
have dates. Yeah.
I feel, and also for people who don't want to eat a big one, then I think a date can also do wonders.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's good.
low GI as well.
Correct.
So, don't need to worry about any spike and all of those things.
Even
And I
though the
think,
spike is fine. I mean, don't worry about the spike. Especially you're going to work out,
yeah,
and all of that's going to get utilized, shuttle to
correct,
your muscles
exactly.
and
So I
all of
feel
that.
like people can use date as a
During
great
the
way to
in fact, I just
pre-workout.
mentioned that you can also have a sugary sports drink during the workout.
Yeah,
It's not going to do any harm.
yeah.
You do a good workout.
Good workout, and
Yeah.
if you're consistent,
Yeah.
yeah. But I personally don't recommend like a very sugary intra workout also to everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes
Like,
sense.
especially if you're on like a certain type of goal, like a weight loss goal, fat loss goal,
In which case, yeah, that's different. In which case, you have to optimize for every single calorie that
goes
goes.
into your system.
Then you may want to protect, wherever you can protect that calorie intake from.
Correct.
So yeah, it makes sense. However, even for a fat loss goal, it's still going to be, the amount of calories that you eat during the day is going to dictate your
Yeah,
results.
of course. Absolutely.
So you can still
It's not
sort
about
of fuel your workouts
accordingly. Plan.
and manage your food intake throughout the day. It requires some amount of planning. A good coach can definitely help you out
Yeah,
a lot. However, getting something before the workout, during the
can do
workout,
wonders.
can just help you improve the quality of your workout, your recovery,
Gains.
and through that, your gains.
Your goal, right?
Yeah.
How you approach your goal. So then let's talk about post workout, because again, the post-workout discussion is always about how soon do I need to consume, right? Do I have a 30-minute window? Do I have a 2-hour window?
Anabolic window.
Yeah, exactly. So, and like you said, the urgency will also depend on whether you may have had a pre-workout or not,
Yeah.
right? Typically, most people that I know do not have a pre-workout.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Do not have a pre-workout?
The
Me.
early morning workout people. Yes, the ones who show up at like 6
Yeah.
a.m., 6:30 a.m.
They're not eating anything.
Nothing.
So in general, of course, post-workout nutrition is super, super important. Even though the post-workout anabolic window is a little bit of a myth. I mean, in general, we feel, and I've like mentally, I also feel that way. If I haven't, it's because I've been wired like that ever since I started working out. If I don't drink my protein shake right after my workout, I mentally feel that I'm feeling weak,
Weaker,
something like that.
dizzy.
However, that's how we've been programmed, and that's more of a myth. A supplemental protein will definitely help. It doesn't have to be necessarily within the next 30 minutes because there's no 30-minute anabolic window.
Yeah.
Science tells us that post-workout meal should basically not be separated by more than 5 hours from your pre-workout meal.
Okay, so...
Yeah. So let's say there's a scale of 0 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and every milestone is 1 hour each. If you've had your pre-workout meal at 0 and your workout started at 1,
yeah.
your workout lasted 1 hour, which means you have 3 more hours before you can ideally
Typically,
consume.
that's how it will be.
Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly. But if your pre-workout meal happened at 0, your workout started at 1.5, it lasted 2 hours, then you have 1.5 hours.
Shorter window.
You have 1.5 hours. So that's what, so basically there's
And then if you've not had a pre-workout,
then it's best to have almost
after.
immediately.
Yeah.
And have a protein shake, have a serving of fruit, any fruit, any seasonal fruit, but make sure that you replenish as soon as possible. It becomes a lot more urgent, like we said before. The anabolic window is not, for the lack of a better term, anabolic window is not right after the workout. It's actually bracketing the workout from when you had your pre-workout meal. Now, especially if someone's training fasted, if they haven't like your members early in the morning, right? They haven't had anything in the morning. The last meal was, let's say, 8 to 10 hours prior, their dinner. In that case, I'd highly recommend get some liquid sources of carbohydrates during the workout. If you don't want to do that, be super urgent about your post-workout nutrition because, these small little details will end up helping you in achieving your goals a lot better.
Yeah. What about the timing in the sense people work out at different times, right? We're taking very specific morning workout folks, right? The pre-workout and the post-workout, we've spoken about the time and stuff, but what about people who work out in the evening? How do they plan it? Let's say I've had lunch at 1 p.m., okay, and I'm going for my workout at like 6 p.m. It's a large window.
5 hours you've spent in between.
Yeah. I would still need a snack.
Yeah, so then think of it as, the 20 to 30 minute prior
small snack
that I spoke about, banana and half a scoop of protein supplement, whey protein isolate, or if you like vegan protein, go for it, slightly heavier, and which is why I keep saying whey protein isolate, it's lighter on the stomach. So before the workout, I think that's going to be a lot better. So think of it as the 20 to 30 minute prior window where you are getting something low in calorie and faster digestion.
What if I've had samosa at 4 p.m.? I'm giving you real scenarios.
Yeah, so then, just get a workout. You had your pre-workout meal.
Samosa.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's just talk about exact numbers for post-workout. Like we've given exact numbers for pre-workout, right? In terms of carbs, 1 gram, and 0.5 for protein. Let's talk about the exact numbers for post-workout.
So protein becomes very important. Like prior to the workout, I gave more importance to carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Here, protein becomes a lot more important. So I'll talk about that first. 0.5 gram per kg of body weight. So if you're 50 kg individual, 25 grams of protein need to come in. A supplemental protein will definitely help.
Yeah.
Next up, carbohydrates, 1 to 1.5 gram per kg of body weight. But if you're someone who's trying to lose weight, you can reduce that. It's not super urgent at that point in time. So if you're trying to cut fat or body weight, you can reduce the amount of carbs that you're
Taken
eating.
immediately.
Yeah, but the rate of glycogen resynthesis is at its fastest
Correct.
after the workout.
After
So it's better to
workout.
have some carbs.
Yeah.
Just you can play around with the quantity of it. Fat again, not super urgent.
Yeah.
Have it if you like, just don't overdo it. And if you're doing it, just have minimal after the workout. You can also have you can also have a meal. It doesn't have to be a protein supplement only.
Yeah.
You can like you just told me, we were just talking about my training routine, and you just told me I can, basis my routine, I can actually have my lunch right after my training.
Correct.
Where, let's say if I'm having chicken breast and rice and some vegetables, I think that works fine as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So what I do, because I work out in the morning, right? I'm done by 6:30. 6:40, I'm done with my workout. So
I wake up at 6:45 when your workout, 5 minutes after your workout is done.
Yeah, well, I mean, our situations are different. I mean, you would have preferred to work out early morning.
Yeah.
But then it also depends on our toddler situations, how they sleep and everything else. No, but so that's what I do. I finish like a big breakfast between 7:30 and 8, and which is my post-workout as well. So I have my Greek yogurt with all my berries,
nice,
seeds and nuts. Yeah. Also throw in my vitamin C, creatine, collagen in there, because I just want to, have it all together. But I have like a big chunk of like strawberries and blueberries and everything. And that becomes a good post-workout, because I've had my protein in like half a scoop in the beginning, right? Before workout. But then what I also do is sometimes, depending on how the next few hours are, around 10 a.m. I do get a little hungry. So then I would either do like a, like a besan chila, or maybe an idli or something like that.
When you get your protein supplement?
During the post-workout only.
Okay.
So into my yogurt and everything else, I add the remaining half scoop half scoop before, half scoop after, and then the yogurt and
it's in fact a great practice to, I mean, we just discussed it. Some amount of protein
point
before the workout, some amount of protein after the workout. And I do think that's one mistake people make. They're not consuming these important meals before and after the workout. If they start making this small change. But of course, this also means that you have to monitor your caloric intake and your macro breakdown through the rest of the day.
Yeah.
If you've already had 50 grams of protein through supplement by 7:30, 8 a.m., right?
8 a.m.
Then you need to make sure that you're able to still not overdo your protein.
Exactly.
For the rest of the day, not overdo your calories for the rest of the day. Requires some amount of monitoring and
I monitor.
Planning. Of course, you do.
Yeah. No, because you said that, right? I'm like, it makes sense. If you don't monitor, it's very hard.
Then you can just, because you worked out in the morning, your metabolism has jump start and you want to just eat a lot.
Yes, you're very right.
It's important to just keep a track of how much you're eating and what you're eating.
Yeah, but I think what also helps me is because my lunch is properly calculated, thanks to, of course, it coming from Kenko, right? Yeah. There's no option of overeating from the meal that comes to me. Yeah. Of course, I can choose to just order something else and eat, which I wouldn't do out of discipline. But that calculation, pre-calculated meal, tremendously supports.
Takes the load of planning away, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up making wrong decisions.
Absolutely. And you will overeat.
You will overeat, and ordering in whatever, healthy section, this section, that section. Yeah. It just doesn't work.
Correct.
You don't know how much oil has, gotten into it.
Yeah.
You don't know if that oil was reused or whatever.
Yeah.
So the quality also is questionable. Except, if you're eating home cooked meals or from something like Kenko. We know them.
Yeah,
We know the people
absolutely.
behind it very, very well,
Correct.
and we know they're doing a good job. So, from a trusted source, I think that's brilliant.
No, yeah, completely. Also, I mean, we did speak in our other episode about fat loss, muscle gain, and all of that, right? And I think all this right now, the pre, post workout, and how we manage it all makes such a big difference in achieving those
Yeah,
goals.
it does. It
Right?
totally does. It's
Yeah,
just small little changes here and there.
yes,
It takes some time to get used to the new routine. Once you get into it, then there's no looking back because you start seeing changes. You start seeing results that you never saw. And that's what a good pre and post workout nutrition can do to
can
you.
do to you. Awesome. So I think that's going to be a good cheat sheet
Yep.
with a lot of details on what to eat, how much to eat,
Yeah.
and when to eat, right?
Okay.
Pre and post workout. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is going to benefit a lot of people.